Okay, thank you. Of the 5 types of wealth which Sahil is speaking, according to me, the most precious resource is time, because it's the most fundamental thing which changes everything. Like I read, I don't know where, somewhere else also, that if the whole universe has to be compressed into one day, then human life would just be 4 minutes. We are so insignificant, but yet we have to value time, because this time wealth will change our life, and not just our life but also how you lead that life. That's going to change. So what does he speak in terms of time? He talks in terms of how you spend your time. You have that freedom. He talks in terms of scheduling your time, and when you schedule it, automatically linked to scheduling is prioritizing, because when you prioritize things, energy creation takes place. In the sense, some tasks get more urgent or important, and then they are relevant. But at the same time, I think he's talking of technology, which is a problem for human connection and human time. That much only I understood. And so with whom we spend our time, how we spend our time, and which tasks we prioritize, that is very relevant. There was one sentence I read somewhere, and which I really loved that, and I'd like to repeat it. He says, competition is the thief of joy. Whenever we want some joy, what takes away is the competition part of it. So with this, we learn in life that enough is also enough. Correct? And that's all what I really read. Now, when I think in terms of my day, which I passed today, what do I prioritize? I was at the dead end when mobile bills had to be paid. So that got priority more out of necessity than otherwise. And that was it. Other things which I prioritized, it didn't have much value, because my camera, my CCTV cameras, which I have in my outside my house, have all stopped working because of the weather and the storm. But the man didn't come. So me prioritizing doesn't help. It is others who have to also realize my value and realize my priority. That is also important. So bringing out time, linking it to social connections, I think is relevant. Okay. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yes, Ankita.
Excellent.
Bharat sir, do you want to go next? I think I interrupted.
I don't mind. If you want to take some time, I can start, no problem.
Ah, sir. Okay.
Okay. So my father is a role model for me for positivity. At age 93, he has some physical challenges, and because of that, we have kept caretaker for day as well as night. And my wife is feeding him lunch and dinner since last 9 months. And earlier she used to feed breakfast also, but I helped her. I took that breakfast on my head so that she can have some half an hour at least me time, free time for tea time. So, but instead of all this, he is having a very positive attitude. I rarely find him any complaining mode unless there is some physical pain. Otherwise, he will never be in a complaining mode. Any calls come from our relatives, they will ask, how is life going? बहुत सरस तबीयत केवी है बहुत सरस वेरी नाइस तबीयत बहुत अच्छी है 3 बार खाता हूँ अच्छी तरह से सोता हूँ what else I can ask from God. So that he is having that positive attitude. That keeps just smiling is enough for us. Just yesterday, after sitting in a veranda, the sunlight was directly coming on his eyes. So we put on goggles on his eyes. So and people say, hey, you look like hero. So he was also smiling broadly. One neighbor also came and Kaka looks as like hero. So he was also having good vibes. Okay, so he was also feeling some good. We have some foot massage with hot water and salt in the evening. So he's have some comfort at because after doing some physio, he has some legs pain and something. So that massaging helps him to that. So that helps. So my wife is taking care of him. She is very loving and caring. Because of our care and concern, my parents could survive that to COVID 2020. My mother died after 2 years back. My but father is still here with us. So she is very caring and loving. And her sutra coined by her is very popular in our friend circle. Swasth raho, vyast raho, mast raho. Be
Master.
healthy, be busy doing what you love, and be happy in whatever moment you are having. So that is her sutra for living a better life. So that is what that is there. And if talk about the breadth of social wealth, so we had another group of school friend. We all passed SSC in year 1980, and we are all staying in the same city. So uh, 20-25 friends we get together once in a 2 month just over a chai pe charcha with some breakfast and just have a chit chat and having recalling all memories of our school days and having some discussions and just 1 hour 1.5 hour and just we just disperse, but that gives us just a moment to really recall all the nostalgic moments of school days. So that is one group we have. So another, I'm fond of singing songs. So I am member of multiple karaoke WhatsApp groups. So every Saturday, Sunday, we are having programs. Presently, I'm not going there, but in future, I had an opportunity to go and sing those there. So I can have that hobby. I can have that opportunity to use it as my hobby also. Then we have a book club now in Surat city also. So they what they are doing, they're every Monday they're talking about what a biography of some legends. Last Monday it was of Galib Nama by some author. So that was shared by our Dr. Marishman as a very good orator. I couldn't join that time. This Monday I wish to go. There is J. Krishnamurti biographies there by Pupul Jaikar. So that will be shared by another gentleman. So this kind of things, Sahil also says you try to be with some people who are not from your group. You need to have some new ideas, new beliefs, new environment. So that gives you some change in your mindset. So this can help in this case. And other than that, I have a group of obviously failed. Our wonderful group is there for community. We have a group of our NLP in action, magic of transformation, and these 5 types of wealth. I cannot forget. It's all eagerly all people wait to join at 7:30. So that is another way to be attached to the community. We have one group by Morali Sundram. He is a CA and he is a happiness coach. And every day he comes out with some photo or some thought-provoking idea, and he asks people to develop on that. Ki what caption you want to give to this, what message you want to give take from this photo. So that thought process to all people. So that is also one other wonderful group is there. So many kind of these groups are there, which help me to have my broadening my social wealth in offline mode. So that is where, and in the morning we had some just one morning walk. We just go there and we have just a waving friendship with our garage owner. We just wave each other. Whenever our scooter is not working, he repairs that and we just have a waving uh, relationship every day morning. Another gentle uncle is there. He's sitting there on a bench after visiting a temple. So we are just hurry home every day with him. And he keeps prasad for us. And he gives us, "Yo, Bhagat aage, just take this prasad." And so we move on. And just sometimes we had a Sri Jai Sri Ram with a watchman of another society. So those kind of social wealth breadth is going on whenever we meet people like this and we just greet with each other like that. So this kind of social wealth can help us to live a better life, happier life. So those are the things. Number of groups are there. Facebook is also there. LinkedIn is also there. Instagram is also there. YouTube is also there. So many of you have just subscribed to that my channel, so thanks for that. So I'm trying to spread whatever good things can be shared with people so that they can live a better, happier life. That is the objective, and that helped me to have a better social wealth also. So thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you.
Wonderful. Let's have our photo shoot quickly. Everybody's on camera already right now. So here we go. Fast. 1, 2, 3. Super. Got it. Okay, Ankita.
Yes, sir. So yesterday,
Right.
today I read for the next chapter, that is chapter 4 by Sahil, The Life Razor. So here he starts with that incident that there was one jet Apollo 13. So in the April 11, 1970, it was at the John Kennedy Space Center. So they had to land on the surface moon, but due to some explosion in the oxygen, they were not able to. So it was off track. So it was there were three astronauts he tells, uh, Jim Lovell, Fred Hayes, and Jack Swigert. So it was very difficult for them to manage that situation. So when you are in the space and when there is nothing around, the challenge to survive is very difficult. So they were in that freezing temperature, and it was impossible how they'll return home. So in such situation, it was for them life and death situation. So Sahil is trying to tell you that um, when we are in this life and death situation, we have to just stay focused on the survival part. So what these I'll just cut short the entire into summarize to summarize. So when they realize that um, we know, right, when this spaceship is landing, there is there's some control room where they communicate. So in that there was one person, he told them while landing, you just focus on a triangle where you can see the blue color earth. So instead of thinking about other things at that situation, they were just focusing on that triangle, which will help to save them. So this was the scene. So through this example, through through this incident, Sahil is trying to tell that we all face challenges. Let it any kind of challenges, like at whether when we are trying to do job, there what if the company will remove us? So getting layoff, so that is a challenge. So we have to just that is my personal example as well. In such situation, instead of thinking all other things, आगे क्या होगा, how will my future be, how will I handle my finances, there's only one thing to focus is on the learning. We don't think of anything else. So that is the triangle, how the astronaut. So in every situation, there has to be a razor, like the sharp focus, that razor. So this is one of the example. Other situation also we can say, like if there is a death in of a loved person. So uh, what is the razor? What is a razor after that? The situation has happened. So the triangle, how we should think. So, are we going to think like what happened past and how we are going to be in future, or just focus on what is our action after this incident? So that is our razor. So Sahil is telling even in such situation we can apply this razor concept, and also if you're going through some financial loss, instead of thinking about all other things, we are humans, we tend to think many things when we face such up and downs. So we should have that on the decision making strategy in that particular time, in that should be very strong, that nothing should shake us except how to overcome that situation. So that is what is the concept of razor he has told. So in any situation of life, we need a life razor. So this is what I had to share. Thank you.
Wow. See, did you notice that you are evolving? You must listen to your previous recordings also. You have access to all of them. Zarur sunna. And you'll observe that how things are happening, how you are evolving. Survival of the fittest. Okay, beautiful. So I'm on chapter 7. It is just at the end. Yesterday I shared something from it, focusing on the word busy, that what we are busy with. So I discovered there are many areas where I am busy with and things are not moving, though I'm busy. So I started working on those areas and I could figure out a lot of areas where I can actually don't need to pay any attention to, though I am paying attention to them. Now, as I moved across this chapter 7, there's a section on page 82. This is a PDF version I'm talking about. It says that your attention is more divided than ever. Okay, your attention is more divided than ever compared to our forefathers. So, even as you are reading these words on the importance of attention, you are probably feeling the urge to grab your smartphone. Could be possible, right? Like Ankit, as you were asking that, can you give me that meeting ID and the password? So I was just wondering what could be the password because I have not using it for a long time. So I just guessed and it worked. So this is what the author is talking about. That even as you're reading these words on the importance of attention, you're probably feeling the urge to grab your smartphone. The concept of attention residue was first identified by University of Washington business professor Sophie Leroy in 2009. In the original paper, Dr. Leroy defines attention residue as the persistence of cognitive activity about a task A, even though one stopped working on task A and currently performs a task B. Listen to this very carefully. You know, like you, though you are working on task B right now, but you are still thinking about task A. This is what is attention residue is all about. And naturally, that is impacting your productivity. Now, that task can be something which has happened immediately. It could be something which has happened in the past also. Yeah, because that is clogging your memory for some reason. So when your attention is shifted, there is a residue of it that remains with the prior task and impairs your cognitive performance on the new task. You may think your attention has fully shifted to the new task, but your brain has a lag. That lag has become even more prominent in the modern digital world where you carry and wear multiple devices and tools that constantly pull on your attention with their notification beeps and alluring lights. So I just thanked myself that at least I don't wear anything. So that way I'm safe. Though I keep on watching my mobiles the moment I feel like. That happens with me anyway, though I work a lot on it, digital detachment. I don't talk about digital detoxification. I talk about digital detachment. So I take training sessions of digital detachment, but it happens with me anyway. Yeah. So as I was reading this, I was happy to find that he's also talking about the same thing. It is easy to find examples of this effect in your life. So he's giving some examples like you have back-to-back meetings and find yourself still thinking about the prior meeting in the current one. Okay. Followed by you rush from one kid's activity to another's, but can't remember exactly how you got there. Yeah. An email notification pops up and completely derails your focus on the current task. You check your phone under your desk during a lecture and find yourself unable to refocus on the professor's words. Or maybe when you're in an office meeting, you're just looking at the phone and you just miss the connection. You are having a conversation with a friend or partner, but your mind is on the work email you just received. not on what the other person is saying. So you can replace this with other things, but this is happening. At least it is happening with me in some cases for sure. So the research indicates that it doesn't seem to matter whether the task switch is macro, that is moving from one major task to the next, or micro, that is pausing one major task for a quick check on some minor task. Like, as I was reading through it, I was observing that even when I was reading through it, I was having those mind shifts, quick mind shift order. Okay. Stopping to check your email or messages is just as bad as jumping from one major project to another. Distraction. The consequences of the modern struggle of perpetual busyness, digital alerts, and scattered attention are dire. In Time Smart is a book written by Ashley Villans, a researcher and professor at Harvard Business School, notes the steep costs of time poverty on the individual. Now, listen to this very carefully. When you and I say that मेरे पास time नहीं है, or in different way we say it, many times we say it. This is what Ashley Williams is talking about. You are experiencing time poverty. Time poverty. So he says that the the steep cost of time poverty on the individual, the way he has narrated it is very interesting and profound. He says that the data I and others have amassed on time poverty on the individual, the data I and others have amassed show a correlation between time poverty and misery. People who are time poor are less happy, less productive, and more stressed out. They exercise less, eat fattier food, and have a higher incidence of cardiovascular disease. Now, let me tell you what happened right away. Did you notice there was an alert on my phone?
Yes.
Anna? So I'm living in a gated society, and there is some vendor who is coming to deliver something. So my app just rang. And now I'm in a situation where I have to allow that person. At the same time, I need to check. And at the same time, I'm reading the book. I'm reading from the book. I'm sharing my experiences. And I just experienced that whole thing. That even for a fragment of the second, my attention just got diverted. And this is what is happening anyway. This is what is happening anyway. So this is what I'm observing throughout the day today. Actually taking a note of it. That what is happening. And you might have noticed that what happened since yesterday, I have started posting the stories. I shared the recordings also. Yesterday's and day before yesterday's recording I shared today. All these things got piled up because some other things, because of other activities. So as I started focusing my attention in those areas, I discovered that, okay, this is what I'm doing. And it has become so natural with me that I don't even notice. So this statement is very important. The data I and others have amassed show a correlation between time poverty and misery. Misery not in terms of money, misery in terms of all the other wealths. It's not the financial wealth or time wealth only. The social wealth, the mental wealth, and physical wealth. Very clear. People who are time poor are less happy, less productive, and more stressed out. They exercise less, eat fattier food, and have a higher incidence of cardiovascular disease. That's why the people who are around 30 nowadays are flocking in hospitals with all such diseases which are chronic in nature. You go to any hospital, the average patient's age in those hospitals is 25 to 35. And they are all time poor people. So it's a big alert for me. I actually started working on it, and I could see it's possible to live a life without being time poor. And Bharat is a good example for us. Like that every day he shares, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So time poverty and financial poverty. So see, they are inversely proportional. Did you notice that? If you have a lot of money, you'll probably observe that you don't have time to enjoy it. And if you have a lot of time, probably you don't have money. Or maybe you don't have physical strength. What time है? But I don't have the physical strength to climb a mountain, to trek in a valley. है ना? ऐसा होता है. So this is an alert that Sahil is giving us. And see, he is not saying that this is his brainchild. He is only saying that this is what is happening. And I have classified it. That I have classified your wealth in 5 options. And yesterday, Dr. Aduki also talking about a 6th wealth, what he was talking spiritual wealth. So I believe that if we can manage all these 5 wealths, spiritual wealth probably is the outcome. You'll have it anyway. Like when I say that sweet more earning, when I say every time sweet more earning, divine angels, what I mean, I'm not talking about sweet more earning in terms of money only. I talk about sweet more earnings in anything good that you can think of. So if you keep on accumulating good earnings in different areas of your life, money will come automatically. So that's all I have to share tonight. Thank you, everyone. And
Yeah.
we are meeting again next Monday.
Yeah, today's Friday.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank
Bye
you.
Bye bye.
bye.
Bye.